Welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? I hope you are doing great. If you are new, my name is Lizzie. So today I brought the gist for you, so let's dive into it together.
What's something that people are not ready to hear? I'll go first. So you know how there's all these news stories about how like by the year 2100 water levels will rise by like 3 inches, and it's like, oh, that sounds bad, but also that's 2100, that's like 80 years away. It's gonna happen a lot sooner than that. Like the displacement and the Hunger Games stuff, like that's gonna happen a lot sooner than we all think. We're not gonna probably make it to 2100 because, I mean, we just had 700 some thousand lightning strikes in British Columbia. It was 115 degrees. I mean, it's gonna be 115 degrees in Alaska next, and then Greenland, and then it's gonna be 100 degrees at the North Pole, and then we're all probably going to be displaced and scrounging for food, and things are going to collapse, and we're going to all probably die a lot sooner than we think. Do you like my glasses?
First, awesome glasses game. Second, before every single takeoff, we are planning to lose an engine. Seriously. All of our performance numbers, our weights, our speeds, everything is predicated on losing an engine at the worst possible time by being safe enough to take off, come back around and land, or fly somewhere else and land. Have a great day. Enjoy your flight.
Should have domesticated bears. What are the three main beasts? Big cats, wolves, and bears. We domesticated big cats, we have house cats. We've domesticated wolves, we have dogs. Why did we not domesticate bears all those years ago? You're telling me that they domesticated a wolf into this, but they couldn't domesticate a bear into a house bear. Not that they couldn't, but nobody thought to try? Has anybody tried? When I've told my friends this, they're like, well, bears are mean. So is a wolf. So is a freaking lion. That didn't stop our ancestors from domesticating them.
This is a good one. People are not ready to hear that nutrition and the reduction of inflammation in your brain and body contributes to mental well-being.
You don't have to like every kind of animal out there, but I think when people really, really don't like cats, it often means they have trouble separating love from...
The age of your emotional maturity is the same age as your biggest unhealed trauma. This means if you're holding on to trauma from when you were 15 years old, even if you don't realize it, you're going to react to every emotional situation the same way a 15-year-old would. I personally was 21 for a long time. If you're not sure where you're holding your trauma, you can use this to figure it out. Assess how you react to situations, and then determine which age range it would be appropriate to act that way. Go back over your life in that age range and determine what the trauma was so that you can heal it and grow.
If you've chronically fad dieted your whole life, you will have to gain weight before you can lose any, despite where your starting weight is. There's no other way around it. You have to correct that damage that's been done before.
All right, this one might sting some folks, but associating yourself with a political party above all else in your life and making all the decisions in your life, whether they be personal or political, based on that association, regardless of which side of the political spectrum it falls on, as opposed to judging every issue individually, is stupid and might make you a stupid person.
What your government did for the COVID-19 pandemic is exactly what your government will do when climate change starts affecting the food chain.
I'm going to get a lot of shit for this. If you need the promise of eternity in the kingdom of heaven to be a good person, you were never a good person in the first place.
You're not a bad bitch. You're not a queen. You're simply in denial that your life sucks, and you're probably a shitty person. And you use that hard-ass attitude to justify your existence.
That friendships between single people and married people with kids are inherently unequal. Single people will pay thousands of dollars and spend months of their life celebrating married people and people with kids. There will be bridal showers, bachelorette parties, weddings. There will be baby showers. There will be birthday parties. There will be money spent celebrating and time spent celebrating the married or pregnant friend. And that will never be reciprocated if you are single. They will never spend a month celebrating you or thousands of dollars on you. And it's because our society values those who are married and those who have kids more than they do single people. So no matter how much you love your friends, the relationship is inherently 100% unequal.
Most medications do not heal illnesses but treat symptoms. So your actual problem is not going away. Also, 90% of chronic illnesses can be prevented, treated, and sometimes even reversed by making lifestyle and nutritional changes. And your doctor's not a nutritionist. You can ask your doctor for nutrition advice, but you're probably not going to get the advice you need. You need to speak to a nutritionist.
No, I will go first. All you people who like ranch, it does not taste good at all. It's disgusting, it's vile. I have said what I have said. Come for me.
We have to stop coddling kids in high school. Like, I teach at a university, and you guys, these kids are not ready. They need reminders. They need reminders of reminders. Oh, that's a deadline? Like an actual deadline? What do you mean I got a 0? I'm gonna have my mom call you. Can we just hold them accountable in high school? Like, even just juniors and seniors, please.
Multi-level marketing companies are legal pyramid schemes fixed and colluded by the government. Yes, all of them. Yes, even yours. Yes, I know your friend got a car, but hers is a scam too. I know your sister-in-law makes $1 million a year. She's making it off the backs of everybody else that's been scammed. I'm sure they're lovely people, but that's what cults do to you too. Because MLMs are also cults. I'm not the only one who's proved this countless times, but I am one of them. And if this came up on your FYP or you're watching this and you're like, what is this girl talking about? Give me a follow. It can be a really tough pill to swallow, but we're ending that stigma of failure one survivor at a time. Think of this as your post-MLM group therapy. Leave a story below. Let's commiserate together.
Stitch this and name something that Black people, especially older Black people, are not ready to hear. I'll go first. Integration was trash, and we should have followed Malcolm versus Martin.
A lot of what y'all consider disrespect is younger generations establishing healthy boundaries. And if I can take it a little bit further, the younger Black generations are killing it right now. Going to therapy, breaking generational curses, outing predators in the family, exploring their spirituality and going beyond just white Jesus, learning ways to teach their children that doesn't involve abuse, embracing their sexuality and allowing others the dignity to do the same. I hear the older generations complaining about the younger generations, and there's a part of me that just wants to be like, y'all should be really quiet. Like, I'm not saying that the older generations didn't do their best. I'm just saying that there was a lot of trauma that y'all passed on, and that trauma is being overturned right now. And you guys should be thankful for that. Anyway, bless your hearts.
Women are the biggest hindrance to moving racial equality forward because we have more influence over the raising of our children than anybody else, and white supremacy grows in our homes. And we are the ones teaching our children if only they would behave this way, speak this way, or dress this way, maybe they would have equality. And I will not argue this with anyone.
Dog whistle. Listen, did you know that Pittsburgh is the only city with 3 professional sports teams that all share the same colors? Now you do.
Democrats are going to lose in 2022, and likely if they keep it up again in 2024. And it's going to be their own fault. If the Republican candidate had won, they would have abolished the filibuster 5 minutes after that person was sworn in, and they'd be passing legislation left and right. They show up with emails to the knife fight, and they still haven't figured out how to combat any of the Republican disinformation campaigns. If you fought like Republicans did, you'd win every time, because your policies are more popular than people realize. And if you don't abolish the filibuster and pass the Voting Rights Act, you're never going to win again, and it's going to be your own fault.
LSD. LSD is a molecule that has a very similar shape to serotonin. And serotonin is a neurotransmitter that helps to regulate mood and a bunch of other things. In your brain, you have receptors for serotonin. It turns out the LSD molecule fits even more tightly in the serotonin receptors than serotonin itself. It's already some good early research looking at the role of LSD in managing PTSD. So in the future, LSD could be widely used to manage mental health conditions.
Woo! Ha! Bet you guys probably thought I was gonna...
You're not really even that bad to begin with. I mean, yeah, I guess she did drown her kids, but that was their fault. How are you gonna live by the river and not know how to fucking swim? What the fuck? And besides, bro, she said sorry. Like, she's been looking for those kids for like 2,000 years. I feel like we can forgive her now. Ah, and she also had 2 kids. Tenía dos. She had a boy and a girl. How did she drown both of them? How is that even possible? Like, did she grab them with this hand and the other one with this hand and just held them in the water like this? Y si verdaderamente, if she really does want 2 kids, bro, I have a couple of cousins that I would gladly be willing to like give up. So like if she wants them, I guess that I'll give you their direction. Yeah. Juanito and Lupe, I know you're watching this, bro. Más te vale que ya no me agarras mis fritos whenever I'm eating them. Because I swear I'll send...
Stop giving your children the last names of men who did not marry you. I'm sorry, men, but you don't deserve to have that child carry your family's name.
Been through 2 major recessions in the past 15 years, a global generational pandemic where we were thrown to the wolves at the expense of the rich, and everything is getting more expensive. College is more expensive, healthcare is more expensive, food is more expensive, housing is more expensive, but you know what doesn't go up? Wages. And despite this income inequality being worse than it was during the French Revolution, we've seen no action on climate change, income inequality, or any of the other major issues plaguing our society right now. And the simple fact of the matter is that we are much further from legislative progress than we are from collecting heads in guillotine baskets.
So much for watching to the end. If you have not yet subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Feel free to leave your comment down below. Stay blessed.